Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Well, we got a little bit of rain, 800s precipitation. Still pretty dark out there. Maybe we'll get some more. At least it's a start.
It's a start, yes.
Do you think it was our rain songs yesterday?
I think maybe. Yep. Couldn't have hurt.
Couldn't have hurt. That's right. Got a nice show lined up for you today, folks. Hope you can stay with us for the entire show. When that will end, we don't know. It's National DNA Day today. Yes, celebrating the genetic code that separates us from elephants and trees. DNA is not a new discovery, by the way. It was actually identified back in the 1800s. But it wasn't until this day in 1953 that scientists confirmed its existence. It'd be another 40 years before they figured out how to use it. Boy, has it changed things. As a matter of fact, it's affected television even, you might remember.
I'm going to say this, regardless if I'm the father or not, right? I'm still going to be in that child's life.
In the case of 10-month-old royalty, Daryl, you are not.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they pulled out the envelope that had the
DNA results, huh?
Yeah, the test.
If I don't know, that's my kid.
Here's another case.
So there's not any chance for you and Courtney to have a relationship.
No,
is that right, Colin?
No.
She only lets me up when she needs.
I've been trying for you for 6 years! 6 years!
I'm more interested in this result, okay? Yeah. In the case of 1-year-old Rylan, Colin, you are not.
Yes.
That's
DNA certainly made its way to benefiting reality television.
Oh, yes. Yes. And it makes,
I don't know. Is that what that was? Reality I assume it was a talk. Was that Maury?
Yeah.
Sounded like Maury
Yeah,
Povich
Maury.
to me.
They did that a lot on the show, I guess. I didn't watch it a lot, but yeah, there's a whole string of them here. I don't know if they have any that they actually were the father. Maybe they do. We could check it out later if you like.
That's okay.
That's one of the things they do with DNA. There's
Yes.
some more positive things that can be done with DNA, but on the other hand, that's an important service, I guess.
I'm hesitant to ask this question.
Go ahead.
For sounding kind of dumb and stupid. But what does the D, the N, and the A stand for? Does it say in your story?
Let's see here. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic, something like that. It's the acid and the chain-like image that we all have, called a double helix.
Okay. I assume that they were words that I probably couldn't pronounce.
I think I got all, but I think I messed up the last one.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Because of those tough-to-say words and read, Maury had a big successful radio or TV show.
Yeah.
I'm thinking radio because this is also National Telephone Day. And do you remember the phones, the dial phones? I mean, with the tick, 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 tick.
Oh, heavens, yes. Yeah, I grew up with them. Had one that hung on the wall.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest things that Mom and Dad did was buy the super long cord.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to where you could stretch it and cover the entire kitchen and possibly into the living room just a bit.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That seemed like freedom, didn't it?
Yes.
And National Telephone Day today. celebrating the thing hanging from the wall that Brent's talking about from your grandma's kitchen that only rings during dinner. While cell phones outnumber plug-in phones 10 to 1, there's still about 1 billion landlines in use around the world, mostly in offices. Did you know the first telephone call was made by its inventor, Alexander Graham Bell, on March 10th, 1876? Wow. It's also Arbor Day today.
Yes.
Which is an important day when we're all encouraged to go plant a tree, just as long as we get permission first or it's on our own property. And when you do plant that tree, we've learned over the years from many experts, kind of measure things out, kind of know how big that tree is eventually going to get and how close you are to power lines and so forth, and how it's going to fit into your yard 20 years from now. They grow pretty fast sometimes. They kind of surprise you how big they get, and maybe you didn't allow enough space here and there. You don't want to really have that tree close enough that you have to clean out the gutters.
Ah, yes.
That's a big one, too.
Yeah.
But it is great to have trees around. It's Arbor Day, very important day. And it's also National, what do you call it when you get your nails done?
You're talking to the wrong
You've
guy.
had your nails done?
No, I haven't had my nails done.
It's a petty?
Oh, a manicure.
Yeah, well, manicure petty day is what they call it.
Oh, pedicure is like the toes, isn't it?
So they're covering both here.
Oh.
Our nails, this is interesting, our nails are made of the exact same stuff as our hair.
Oh.
Yeah. Might be difficult to imagine that, but it's out of the same substance. And it's keratin. And the thing that you can do with your nails is amazing anymore. I mean, the decorations and the sparkle and all the things that these experts can do to make your nails look flashy. Now, I've noticed lately in recent times that the fashion for nails is kind of a gray, dull color. Now, there's the ones who go ahead and have them all done with the little designs and so forth, but you see a lot of gray nails right now. Kind of kid my wife about that. She wears some of that.
Oh. I
Yeah.
guess I don't pay attention.
Well, you should pay attention.
guess.
Does Shelley put anything on her nails?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, she colors them up nice.
Well, don't you compliment her on them?
Yeah.
That's good. Now, if you really want to make her happy,
Okay.
just so you know the history on this, modern nail polish started out as car paint.
Really?
Yeah, in the 1920s.
Okay.
Yep. Then a French makeup artist thought the newly invented paint would look great on their nails, and she was right. And then they went to more of the acrylics and that sort of thing. But here's the thing. For Shelley, I recommend this for you. The world's most expensive nail polish cost about $250,000.
Well.
Yes. It's made with 267 carats of crushed black diamonds.
Whoa.
Inside, in it. And so it really sparkles. And you still have to tip the person who gives you the manicure.
I see.
I guess you would be able to do that if you were spending $250,000 on your nails.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to find out if there was any babies that were in the right category here?
Yeah. Well, sure. It is DNA Day.
Yeah. If they go to another one. Yeah, here's another one.
In the case of one-year-old Shadalia, Terrence, you are not.
Hey!
You got me too. I ain't never going. I'm not.
Oh, here's another one.
Alicia, why would you want to be with him? He doesn't want to be with you.
Because I love him, because we got 2 kids together, and we've been married for 5 years. That's something.
5 years of my life wasted.
You're gonna sit here and say like you don't love me or nothing? Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, here
In
we
the
go.
case of one-year-old Logan, John, you are not.
We are gone. You will be my lawyer tomorrow morning.
She doesn't believe it. She does not believe it.
When it comes to 3-year-olds
I wish I had a girl like that. If I did, I wouldn't have to have a DNA test for the children. Later on in the show, I have a test on how we're rated as lovers. There's about 4 categories. I got a feeling radio guys aren't going to be at the top of the list there. If we have time, we'll get to that. I know that'll make you very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might go to my island.
Well, it's on this printed sheet here. I'm not making it up.
No, I'm sure you're not.
No.
Oh.
Let's take a look at the school lunch menus today and see what's for lunch on this Friday, the 25th day of this month, which is getting away from us very quickly. April has flown by. Today, tomato bisque soup, ham and cheese sandwich, cottage cheese, and fruit at the Prairie Pioneer Center. And they had their open house yesterday and ribbon cutting for their new blood pressure hub. And there's a story about that on Sandhills Express. Check it out.
All right, let's go to the school lunch menus. We'll start with Cozad. Today, it looks like barbecue bacon wrapped hot dog and the pizza bar. Some of your choices today at Cozad.
Litchfield, they're having tornadoes today.
Callaway today, pulled pork baked potato.
The Arnold Schools featuring pizza.
Broken Bow today, made fresh cheeseburger macaroni skillet with garlic breadstick. Pizza Hut pizza, fresh baked zesty combo sub, and the grill station combo at Broken Bow today is a cheeseburger basket.
At Ansley today, it's beef and noodles, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Hi, guys.
Sandhills School in Dunning today, pork chops today at Sandhills.
At Sargent, it's chicken Philly, chips or cheesy potatoes, baked beans, fruit cup, ice cream, and milk.
And Semmelmyrna today, made fresh cheeseburger macaroni skillet with garlic breadstick, pepperoni pizza, and Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter at Ann Semmelmyrna.
Thedford featuring breaded chicken patties today.
All right, last one I have is from Gothenburg, made fresh cheeseburger macaroni skillet with garlic breadstick, chicken cordon bleu sandwich, made fresh cheesy pizza, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and nacho snackables. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
Thanks, Brent.
You're welcome, Dave.
All sounds delicious. We're going to play the game real quick. But before we do that, though, we want to welcome our guests here from Nebraska State Bank here in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Wish we'd have got a little more rain last night,
I know.
but not as much as they got in Omaha.
Oh,
Yeah.
my heavens. Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, there's a line about what, York, somewhere in there to the east. It just seems like they were getting everything, some of what they didn't want, right?
Right.
So 800s, at least it wets down the dust a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right, you want to play the game with us? See if you
Sure.
can answer this question.
Oh, boy.
Okay, first off, we're giving away a drink to the Secret Garden.
Yes.
All right, so that'll be a prize. And this weekend, the Nebraska Gospel Fest takes place in Callaway. So if you'd like, there's a couple of tickets we'll give away for that, too.
Great.
If you'd like to attend. But to win all of that, you got to answer this question. Which of these species are threatened by global warming? Your choices are the koala, the clownfish, the Arctic fox, or all of the above.
Okay. Doesn't have humans on there, does it?
No, it's not. Which of these species are threatened by global warming? The koala, the clownfish, the Arctic fox, or D, all of the above? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all. With top quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
Are you having trouble getting your spring work done? Don't let that back and neck pain keep you inside. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111. We are your spine specialist and want you to keep moving. Team Physical Therapy will help you get rid of that neck or back pain and get you back outdoors. Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
And we have David on the line. Good morning, David. How are you?
Good, guys. How are you this morning?
We're doing well. We could have used a little more rain, but we'll take what we can get, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a few more drops anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay.
There's your mic.
Okay, which of these species are threatened by global warming? Your choices are the koala, the clownfish, the Arctic fox, or D, all of the above.
It is B, all of the above.
It is all of the above. You got it, my friend. All right, we'll put your name on all of these things, and come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, guys, listen, you can go ahead and give the tickets away to anybody you'd like if you would.
All right.
I probably won't get a chance to use them anyway.
Yep, right. That's not a problem. We'll put your name on this certificate for a free drink to the Secret Garden, though, so come on out and see us.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, Dave. All right. Let's talk banking business.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Christy, I think you thought I shut his mic off on purpose. I did not. I was reaching for the bell. I didn't turn Brent's mic on. That's the only reason I didn't have his microphone on.
So we've been talking this morning already. It's DNA Day, right?
Yes.
Oh, I looked it up on my way in.
It's DNA Day.
You're pretty right.
Yeah.
Oh, what the D and the N stand for?
It was actually one of Jenna's FFA questions for, like, I don't know. When she went to state, they did, what do they call those? When they do like a round table. Why can I not think of that?
I don't know. I never did 4-H.
I didn't either.
Yeah, it was in her FFA. Quiz Bowl. Jeez Louise.
Quiz Bowl.
Quiz
Yeah,
Bowl.
okay,
Yep.
sure.
Oh, sure.
Well, my question was, does a person have to like go through a DNA test to open up an account at Nebraska State Bank?
Some days I wish, but no, absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
Let's hope the regulations don't go quite that far.
Yes.
No kidding. No kidding.
There are some times when we have fraud. We're like, oh, are you sure you know that person? Yeah, I know them. And then come to find out they have no idea who they are. It's like, we need a DNA test that says that they're your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it isn't that bad yet, but there's a lot of things that you do at the bank that you have to do these days, not only because of the regulations, but to protect your customers.
Yeah, there's
right?
a lot of things that we do to protect customers that, and sometimes it annoys people that, well, why do you have to ask that?
Yeah.
Or why do we have to do that? And it is truly for their protection. If people truly understood how much fraud was out there and how much liability not only they could have, but the bank can have, the people that aren't victims seem to be the criminals. They I don't know, it's crazy, but we would love to see them prosecuted more often, so that there were consequences for some of those actions. But it's getting bad out there.
Really is, and all sorts of ways and means that they come up with to trick people.
Yes, so many ways. It's kind of crazy. That's why we try to ask so many questions. We promise we're not being nosy. We honestly don't care really what you're doing with your money. That's not our purpose. We just want to protect you and make sure it's not going somewhere, because once it's gone, it's very difficult to get it back. So
It's kind of funny. We kind of lined up here because I was going to read this later, but online scams alone raked in more than $16 billion last year.
Yes.
Alone, just online.
Yeah, it's really sad. And we've got some products that are coming down the line that we'll be back to talk about soon.
Yep.
But today we wanted to focus on more fun stuff today. Banking's not always fun, but we did want to just kind of focus on just the fact that we're a local bank and talk about that and what that means, not only for our customers, but just for anybody that's in our area, because there is a difference.
Yes. I think most people know that, but maybe reminding folks out there of how nice it is to have a locally involved bank. It's a big deal.
It is. We're actually very fortunate because a lot of communities our size don't have a locally based bank. Which is sad. The banking industry continues to consolidate, and for us to lose a local bank in town, that'd be devastating, because they give back to the community more. They also staff with more people. We have a staff of almost 40 people at the bank.
Yep.
And they all pretty much live in Custer County. I think we might have one on the fringe or something, but they all live and work here. And they're your neighbors, your friends, your family. And one of the neat things about our bank is, I always preach to everybody is what's good for our customer is good for our bank. And those two things always have to align. And if they don't align, we've got a problem and we need to reassess. And not every bank, not every business looks at things that way. our owners and our directors allow us to operate the bank that way. When you look at those things, from a short-term perspective, maybe that wouldn't always be the best thing for the bank. But long-term, what is good for our community, good for our customers, always going to be good for our bank.
Christy, I bet you've been in all kinds of businesses, including banks, where it's not locally owned and you have to do some sort of a business or ask a question, and they can't answer that without calling headquarters. And then you kind of know,
That's
they're
exactly
not
right.
They're not really operating things here.
Yeah. And so what Stuart said is, our board and our directors have made an initiative that we really do things locally and support local and use our local employees to make those decisions. So when you call in to, talk about a loan, it'll go through loan committee, usually the day after or maybe a couple days after. But if you're needing something soon, those decisions can be made because there's a group of us that can meet, right away to talk about it if that's what's needed. Same with rates. When you call in and talk to somebody about rates, that decision will go through us. It won't go off to call headquarters to ask, can we get another 5 basis points on that? So all of that will go through us. Again, all of that connection, I feel like sometimes you don't realize how important it is until you need it. And then all of a sudden you need it.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to go back if you're not using local. And so that makes just a huge difference.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to be told, well, you have to wait until next Thursday.
Yep.
Because we have to check with headquarters.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a good point. When you talk about headquarters, this is our headquarters.
This is it.
This is it. There is no one else.
Yeah.
So that is an important part, I think, to expand on is when you come in and talk to us at the bank, there is no one else. You're talking to the decision makers. There's even banks out there that, we'll have to wait to a board meeting.
Right.
That's not how we operate. The board gives us the authority to operate our bank, and we do that, and we do it very well. Mm-hmm. And that's not bragging. It's just we got a long history of that. But other places, whether it's banking or other businesses, sometimes you pull the curtain back to see, well, where's the decisions really made? Mm-hmm. And for us, it's right here in Broken Bow. And as Christy mentioned, we meet as a committee a couple times a week, but if someone needs something urgent, we take care of them right then and right there. Yeah. And we have the ability to do that, which is really neat.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And there's times that it's, sometimes it's because people don't plan very well, like myself.
Yeah.
And there's other
exactly.
times that it's just an
comes
emergency.
Up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other thing is that, as you said, Stuart, you folks have the authority to make those decisions, and then you go to the board, so you're the one that's going to take the heat.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yep.
If it maybe was a little, something maybe should have been considered or something like that. I don't know how it works, but you make the decision, and then you go to your board with it.
Yeah. And we're our customers' best advocate, so
I
think that goes a long ways too. We'll do, we know both sides of it. We're we're a customer ourselves, and so we know what they're looking for and how we can help them best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you guys lead the way, I think, and I say this honestly, as far as being involved in the community with some of the activities that you guys have, which interacts with all the communities here in your banking community.
Right. I would say it's a semi-requirement when you work at Nebraska State Bank that you are involved in the community. And even though we say it's a requirement, I think people willingly do it. All of our employees willingly do it, and they love to do it, and it gives back so much more than just what it accomplishes in your job. And so that's a huge aspect. You'll see myself and Stuart and a lot of our other employees out in the community doing lots of different things, helping, volunteering. I think that's kind of our big push, is that our face is also out there.
Yeah, and your kids' programs, your student programs are really fantastic. I think that it's a great program you have there. So
just in-school savings bank. Yep, it's wrapping up, and I think they've had a really good year. They trained, I don't know how many exactly it was, but a lot of new tellers. So I'm sure they're getting ready to gear up for August when we start. That we do the little teller interviews, which is good for the next group to get them on board for the next school session. So
yeah, that's a good program. And we'll see you at parades and all the different things that you can make.
All the things.
Yeah, we're in parade planning season right now.
Yeah.
And we pretty much are involved in every one. And some of that is just because we do think that those things are important.
Yeah.
And we feel that hopefully if Nebraska State Bank is out there, other businesses will take note of that and say, oh, we need to be there as well. And I think we do that. Like I say, it's not just to promote Nebraska State Bank, it's to help our community grow and thrive. And I think there's a big change that's happened in the last 20 years in this community. We do give our people time. Not only do they give willingly of their time, but we give them time as well to donate. If they want to go donate blood, we allow them to do that. We don't, they don't have to take time off to do that. I think was it a month ago or so, we did a blood drive in honor of Kyle Stringham, who's, one of our employees that's battling some cancer. And I think they did it up in Myrna, and a whole bunch of us from Broken Bow went up there, but I think they had a goal of 30 some units, and I think they did 68 units that day.
Wow.
And so, we like to be involved in those things. We also give back, monetarily to the community as well. We always budget around $50,000 a year that we give back to various things. We also do the scholarships for the foundation. I remember when we set that up, I thought, wow, because I went to the first foundation when my kid got a scholarship, and because I hadn't been that involved, and I was like, wow, this is awesome, but how much better could it be if we got more businesses to get involved? And that's when Nebraska State Bank started. We give away $1,000 scholarships every year. And, the hope was that if we do this, other businesses will take note, and hopefully they'll do that as well. I know for the theater, we've given away an annual scholarship, to do that. And we hope to see others continue to do that, because that's what helps this community thrive.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, Christy, the quiz bowls and
exactly.
4-H and FFA and FBLA and all those sorts of things. When you have kids, you are involved, and not just on behalf of the bank, but just as a community member. So it works pretty good.
Right, exactly. It really does. And we try to be a part of that as much as we can. So I think it makes a big difference.
I have a question for you, Christy. Is there anybody that? Well, I should ask Brent. Is there anybody Brent, that loves banking more than Christy does?
Oh, heavens.
When she talks about it, it's
I'm a nerd. I know, I am. I can't get it out. I really do. I feel like there are certain aspects of our job that we can really make a difference, and it's the little things that maybe you don't think of. We got to be a part of somebody buying a new house or signing, my niece is looking for a new car. So even just getting her a car and getting a credit built for her future, all of that, we're a part of that. But then we're a part of the little things helping somebody make a call to figure out something that is an issue on their account. Normally we wouldn't do that. That would take a lot of people to call on specific transactions, because, there's a ton of transactions that go through the bank every day. But when they're confused, the only way that kind of alleviates their concerns is to sit with them and call and figure out the issue. And nobody in our bank is above that. We all do it, and it's so helpful to them and just gives them a resource of somebody to trust.
And, Stuart, it's fun to go into a bank that's like that has those kinds of people, because it's also kind of a little social treat to go into the bank and say hi and talk to the folks there. That's part of it too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I was sitting in my office yesterday, and there's a lot of noise coming from the lobby, and people, there's a lot of conversation and a lot of laughter, and that's great. We are a serious business, but I think there is a lot of camaraderie there, not only amongst our staff, but with our customers. And we're always willing to help our customers. And that's something like the big corporate stuff you probably aren't going to get, but we're going to help you the best we can. So,
well, what we're talking about here really comes back to relationships, right?
Yep.
And that's what really separates a local bank, right? The relationship aspect of it.
Yeah, and we've been in business for 108 years. Wow. Same location too. So it looks a little differently today, though.
Yeah, it does look different. When you have businesses like yours that have been around over 100 years. WinQuest, 100 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you start thinking about that, and that's pretty crazy.
Yes.
And the Nebraska State Bank and businesses like WinQuest have been our business partners since this radio station went on the air, because they were here 20 years before the station was. So that tells you how important those kinds of businesses are. Not just banks, of course, but other businesses that have that longevity.
Yeah.
It's really something.
Yeah, and we're very lucky. I mean, this community, we've got a lot of banks in this town, but we want to continue to lead, and as our tagline, lead and serve and grow.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to talk about? It's fun to talk about.
I brought my TAP card because we are rolling out TAP cards here in mid-May, and then what will happen is we'll do a mass, like an accelerated reissue of our current cards that are out there, so that everybody will have this capability. All cards will be reissued within the next year, and for us, that's a big deal. Like 5,000 cards out there, it's a lot.
Yeah, so instead of having to insert into the credit card machine, if they offer the tap, they can just tap.
So
and it's
the I think it's four lines. Kind of looks like a speaker. I don't even know what to call it. I wish they had great names for these little logos, but that's what it looks like. You'll see it like on your credit cards. A lot of credit cards already have it. But this allows you, like Stuart said, to tap instead of inserting it. And what that does is it's actually the most secure payment form out there right now, because what it does is instead of like taking the information off of this chip when you insert or you swipe with your mag stripe, what it does is it sends it's called near field communication, real dorky, but it sends this code to the machine, but it tokenizes it, so it puts like a barrier around it so that they cannot get that information. So it assigns this token to it. It's one time for only that transaction. And so when you hear of these big breaches at some of the big box stores, they happen all the time. What that is they store payment information in the background in their system. So like your mag stripe information, your chip information, they store that. Whereas when you do tap, it's tokenized, and so there's no way for them to steal that. So that's why they say this is one of the most secure payment forms that you have out there. So once you get these cards, you should, if at all possible, and it's so easy. That's the other extra amazing thing about it, is it's super easy. So tap and pay, and that gives you an extra layer of protection.
And you're going to change all those out.
Yep.
Okay.
I have my AM card here, but don't forget we have our school mascot cards. So
yeah, those too.
That we donate back to the schools.
Wow.
But yeah, that'll start new cards in May, and then we'll start a mass reissue in July.
Okay. It almost, you'd think it'd be the other way around. Where you just
I know,
tap it.
that's exactly.
It's magic. It's floating around.
Yes, exactly. Right. It's magic. There goes my number. Nope. That one is actually the most secure.
No kidding. Well, and you also don't have to, you're in line and you have to stick your card in.
Exactly.
Or you have to swipe it and you don't swipe it right, or it's getting wore out, or you put the card in the wrong way if you're inserting it. That takes care of all that too.
Yes. We were at American Eagle. I was buying something for my daughter, and I tapped it and gave this whole story and dance to the checkout lady. And my daughter looked at me and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a dork. Why would you say that to her?" I'm like, "But it's such good information."
It's good news.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks, guys. It's always fun when you guys come in because we get to talk about a lot of different things. And it also highlights the fact that banking at the local banks is personal.
Yes,
exactly.
definitely.
Right? Yep, exactly.
It's all about relationships, as you guys said. So thanks very much, and I hope you have a great weekend, Christy. And
yes.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and we appreciate this relationship as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, we do too.
I got excited when Christy had her card out. I'm like, oh, she's buying donuts today or something.
Yeah, that's something that you should know about radio people.
I know.
It's all about us.
It's
I know.
Yes, I hear you.
We're kind of like cats.
Okay,
you know?
something we can improve is that we need to bring donuts out when we do speech talks.
Don't do it.
If you feel so
Work
bad.
on that next time.
Stop it.
Oh, sorry.
I'll use my tap card and explain
There
it.
you go.
There you go.
The news is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Russian officials say a top general was killed in a car bomb outside Moscow today. CBS's Holly Williams.
Russian media is reporting that the device was detonated remotely as General Moskalik walked past. We cannot confirm those details at this point.
It comes a day after deadly airstrikes on Kyiv. Luigi Mangione is expected to enter a plea at court in New York, a day after federal prosecutors confirmed they'd seek the death penalty and the killing of United Healthcare CEO. CBS's Anna Schechter.
Expect it to be a plea of not guilty, as he has pled in the New York State charges and the charges in Pennsylvania related to this alleged crime.
The Vatican says 150,000 people have now filed past Pope Francis' casket.
I think we all feel a little lost, because when you love someone that you lose, you feel lost, you know?
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, a black pickup with its lights off, parked in the middle of a highway, caused a 4-vehicle crash in April of 2024, and now the driver has to pay restitution to the owners of the 3 other cars. Connor Hoffman, age 33, stands convicted of 4 misdemeanor charges, including first offense DUI, refusing a breath test, failure to stop at an accident, and criminal mischief. Court records show a judge sentenced him to 90 days in jail on Tuesday and ordered him to pay a total of $88,568 restitution to the owners of the 3 other cars involved in the crash. Hoffman was also ordered to pay $3,000 in fines, and his driver's license is revoked for 1 year. He is on probation for 18 months. An additional 60-day jail sentence to be served in December may be suspended if Hoffman follows the conditions of probation. A report from the Hall County Sheriff's Office indicates that the crash happened on a Sunday morning just after 6 a.m. on April 14th in the northbound lane of Highway 281, 2 miles south of Doniphan. The report indicates the pickup was stopped at the Leppin Road intersection. 3 vehicles, 2 from Hastings and 1 from Lincoln, struck the pickup in a quick succession. Hoffman was found about an hour later in a nearby field. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The NBA's best team, Oklahoma City, had the largest halftime deficit overcome to win a playoff game in league history. OKC was down at the break by 26, but still won at Memphis, 114-108. The Knicks won by 2 at Detroit, 118-116. The Clippers cruised past Denver, 117-83. The league's Defensive Player of the Year is Cleveland's Evan Mobley. In the NFL Draft's first round, taken number 1 overall, Cam Ward, University of Miami quarterback. Then Jacksonville traded up to get Travis Hunter of Colorado. Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders has not yet been selected. Rounds 2 and 3 are Friday night, the rest on Saturday. In the NHL playoffs, wins for St. Louis and Minnesota, victories for Florida and for Toronto in overtime. To baseball, the Royals swept a doubleheader from Colorado. Tampa Bay won in 10 innings at Arizona. The A's took the late game with 2 in the ninth to beat Texas 4-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies today with daytime highs approaching 55. Northerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Cloudy again tonight. Slight chance of rain showers. Lows level off around 39. Chance for showers tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 55. Cloudy skies expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is 8:16. Let's go outside and see what it really feels like with Jack Simpson. Kind of dark out there, Jack. What's it feel like?
Yeah, well, before I get to the weather, I kind of see what you were saying yesterday about, look like a shady person. I'm staring at myself in the window, and I look like I'm going to do a drug deal or something. Anyways, it's pretty windy out this morning, and I don't know if you can hear it. 40 degrees outside with cloudy skies. Winds out of the north from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.24, humidity at 95%, and it is looking kind of foggy off towards the Callaway Road. Had some much-needed moisture in the last 24 hours, picked up 8 hundredths. The precipitation for this month is up to 77 hundredths. High yesterday of 55, overnight low of 40. Sunrise today was at 6:43, sunset today 8:30.
All right, Jack, we're getting a call right now from the Custer County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, no.
So I expect they'll be out.
Shoot.
To check out your description of what you look like out there.
Is there any moisture in the air, Jack? Any mist? Can you feel anything?
Every once in a while, I kind of feel a light drop of rain, but it's not too steady, I would say.
Yeah.
Omaha got hit with it hard, though. I've been seeing pictures of flooding everywhere in that area, and it looks horrible up that way.
Yeah. Flooding there, can't get too many inches going here. So,
nope.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. 8:17 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Friday. My cohort and partner, Brent Apperson, ready to bring you information. I want to let you know here, this is from the assessor's office, that they would like to remind us that the personal property schedules are due by May 1st. So that's coming up real quick, and you'll want to get those in to avoid any penalties. If you have any questions on that, call them at 308-872-2981 or stop by their office at the courthouse with any questions or concerns, and they'll be happy to help you with anything you need. And let's see, my sheets are not in order, but I'll get them that way.
Okay.
Oh, there it is, yes. Oh, we got an ad coming up about this, the beef month coming up. Oh, boy. Do we have some prizes for you? A big prize. Big prize.
Yeah.
May the beef be with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up, so be listening for details in May on the beef promotion here on KCNI KBBN. Well, like food, we don't mind talking about the weather or food. Those are two things we can talk about without getting into any wrangles. And you have some great places over the noon hour here in Broken Bow to stop by and take advantage of their specials, and that includes the Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill on the square in Broken Bow, Fiesta Brava in Broken Bow, Cinco de Mayo coming up there, Grocery Cart Deli. Every Thursday, I get the chicken and mashed potatoes and a green bean or two with it for superpower.
Sounds good.
It's delicious. Howdy Coffee Company, they have lots of things going on now. They're expanding their menu, and they have all the coffees, cold and hot. And Juanito's in downtown Broken Bow with ice cream, smoothies, and snacks, along with their specials they have at noon. And we are going to be talking more about the Tumbleweed Cafe later in the show. Well, let's just talk about it right now.
Okay.
Those are your Bon Appetit members that we have that Bren announces on KBBN just after the 11 o'clock weather and news. And Jack will announce the specials each day on the Party Line show between 10:30 and 11. At the Tumbleweed, they serve daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch and the Sunday buffet as well. Don't forget about the Wake and Bake Nook every Monday through Friday till 6 p.m. Each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m., you'll find the delicious breakfast items that you can go inside and enjoy or drive through and pick up, including burritos and sandwiches and cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. They like to bake out there for breakfast. So stop by their Wake and Bake for a nice selection of casseroles that you can take home and pop in the oven on those busy nights. They'll have those ready for you. You can pick those up after work. Don't forget also about Cracker Jack Sport Bar and Grill on the west end of Tumbleweed. They're open 7 days a week from 5 until 10. And they have delicious sports bar food like wings and clubhouse flatbreads, burgers, Cracker Jack fry baskets, and drinks await. The Tumbleweed Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill. So you have a couple of choices there at the Tumbleweed and lots of different choices on the menu.
All of us get invited to things where we have to, well, get a gift for someone, whether someone's birthday's coming up, maybe you're invited to a special anniversary celebration, baby shower, whatever it is. Graduation season is here. Well, why settle for ordinary when you can have something truly unique? At Circle V Stitching Post, Velma brings your ideas to life with top-quality custom embroidery. Want your farm name or brand on apparel? Maybe it's school swag you want. Whatever it is, Velma's got it or can get it. She's got shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. And don't forget she carries top-quality letter jackets personalized to fit your student's style. Can do some neat things for things like baby showers, weddings, or special occasions. So skip the hassle of online shopping. Get custom quality at great prices right here in Broken Bow. Visit with Velma today. You can call her at 872-6173, 872-6173, the number for Circle V Stitching Post.
Don't forget about the activities tonight at the Broken Bow Library. It's Family Music Bingo Night. It starts at 5 o'clock today, a night of fun and games for the whole family. You can go in and sign up at the desk, or you can call them and let them know you're coming at 872-2927. That is tonight at the Broken Bow Library. Senior salutes are underway, as you probably know by now. And today, on Friday, it's Arnold being featured over on KCNI, AM and FM. And Callaway here on KBBN. We'll switch that around on Monday. Have Callaway on KCNI and Arnold on KBBN on Monday. So we continue with our senior salutes that are underway for our graduating seniors who are probably getting pretty excited about right now. A lot of them will be getting out very soon if they haven't already. They get out early usually. So that's coming up. And they might be driving around your town honking their horns the day they actually get out of school. That's always a fond memory.
Yeah.
Freedom.
There you go.
Well, I think yesterday we concentrated on rain, and we got a little rain. And I heard the Prairie Eye Care ad this morning about getting the kids' eyes checked before school starts next year. And there's, as the ad, I think, said, you don't need a study anymore to know that kids who don't see very well in class sometimes don't do very well with their academics because they're missing out on things.
Sure.
We've talked about the same with hearing. So those basic tests before the school year are important. I think what they're getting at is they get very busy with those eye tests for the kids. So get them set up. I'm giving them a little free ad here. No, don't. Write that down.
Okay. Prairie Eye Care,
Yeah.
Dr. Sanger, attention. Got it.
Dr. Sanger, going to send you a bill, buddy. Sorry. But we're going to dedicate this morning to eye doctors.
Oh, okay. So eyes are the theme.
Eyes are the theme today.
Wonderful.
Yep. So and we have that great facility here in Broken Bow where we can go get our eyes checked and get our glasses. And there's other places in the state of Nebraska and in the country and probably the world where you have good eye doctors. And I can tell you from personal experience, I went in and had my eyes checked a couple of years ago, just on a regular checkup.
Uh-huh.
And they discovered I had a problem and told me to pack up my bags and go to Hastings to the Retina Center and get ready to have this corrected in a big hurry because it was something that could have damaged my eyesight permanently.
Mm-hmm.
And went down and had laser surgery that day, and they saved the corner of my eye from deteriorating. That's how important your yearly checkup is.
For sure.
So that's not a story, that's a personal testament.
Yeah, a testimonial from David J. Burney.
Yeah. So we're, for some reason, dedicating this to eyes today.
Custer County Exteriors. Your hard work is paid off, and they're excited to see what the future holds for each of you. Just like a solid home exterior with reliable gutters, soffit, and fascia, a strong foundation sets you up for success. Enjoy this milestone and take pride in all you've accomplished. Custer County Exteriors is cheering you on. For your next project, give Nate a call at 402-641-3246.
Get ready to sink your teeth into something delicious this May with KCNI KBBN Radio. In celebration of Beef Month, we're firing up an exciting promotion where you could win a share of over $2,500 in mouth-watering beef-related prizes. Trust us, these prizes are sure to beef up your spring. Stay tuned. The prizes are arriving at our studios and details are coming soon. You won't want to miss your chance to bring home the beef. It's the May the Beef Be With You promotion from your fellow beef-loving stations, KCNI and KBBN. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
It is 8:31 and right on time. Jeanette Denson is here from Quality Senior Villages. Jeanette, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good, good. Is it raining out there or anything?
No.
It's not?
No.
You got your little...
I got my raincoat on, but it didn't work.
We're all trying whatever we can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mother Nature is a little bit... I don't know. She's a little upset about something because she's flooding Omaha and giving us 800.
Yeah. Not quite fair.
No, it's not fair to either party.
No.
So how you been? All right?
I'm doing great. Yeah, doing good.
Now, I have to ask you this or make this statement. For a person who is retired,
yes.
Now has a couple of different things going on.
Right.
Are you kind of being able to balance any of that? Are you getting some time off? Or?
Yeah.
Good.
I've been doing well. The staff at Quality has done amazing work.
Good.
So I'm there about 3 half days, and then do the same at the other job. So I have a day off, and
That's good.
I'm good.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, you have, of course, Custer Care and then Quality Senior Villages. Two different facilities doing similar things, but quite a bit different as well.
Right. Quality is for, it's a locked facility, and it's just for people that have a diagnosis of dementia. So it's going great because we have all the rooms filled except one semi-private room. But we are taking... get your name on the waiting list if you need, you feel like you might need that in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you have family members that you're attending to and it gets to that point down the road where you're unable to take care of those responsibilities anymore, certainly it'd be great to be on the list sooner than later.
Yes, and that's important.
Yeah.
I think, so to get an idea, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah.
It's when you, with Alzheimer's or dementia, it's when people get to the point where they no longer can care for the person, and they're not, they're doing the care, but not being the daughter or son or whatever that they want to be.
Well, I think what little I understand it, and I know you certainly have a better grasp on it than many of us do, but it can happen slowly, it can happen quickly.
Yeah.
And every situation's a little different.
Yes, exactly.
And so somebody might be able to care for a grandmother longer than in another case, but it comes to that point where it's not good for the person taking care of them.
Right. Because a lot of the people that take care of people, their health goes downhill too, so, and you want to be able to be that person for your mother or your father that you can go and visit and not feel like you're overwhelmed all the time. So
yeah, and not maybe feel guilty about
Right.
Not being with them all the time because you
Right.
know that they're being cared for, and that's a huge thing.
It is.
I happen to be in Quality Senior Facility here just a while back, and I was so impressed because it was. It seemed like everybody that day, it happened to be a Saturday, I think, and everyone was with somebody. They had somebody watching over them, and there was some young people there.
Yeah, we have some great high school students who do a tremendous job. They really do, and they're always walking with someone, playing a game with them. They were throwing a ball the other night, and the clients just loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
they love all that attention that they get.
And,
So-
and it is, as you said, a locked facility for
Yeah.
a very, very good reason. But you do, when it warms up, have an outdoor area that they can be attended to outside.
Yeah. So there's a walking path in the back, and there's a patio on the south side that people can go out onto the patio and sit out there
Mhm.
and enjoy the sunshine. So,
Yeah.
so two great areas for people, and they're getting ready to plant their flowers and they're putting their garden together. They've been talking about that, so they enjoy getting outside and doing those things. So,
Well, Jeanette, we're so thankful that this facility is here.
oh yes,
I don't know what, people, they get to that point where they're turning in circles going, what are we going to do? And to have this facility available is a big deal.
locally, that is a big deal for town. So you don't have to go out of town to get the care they need. So,
Without getting too far into the weeds with numbers, are the folks who are at Quality Senior Villages, is the insurances and so forth apply?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Long-term care insurance covers.
Okay.
So just make sure that you check your policies, because a lot of times people take out policies and kind of forget about them.
Yeah, of course.
And they forget, and they think it's just for nursing home. Well, that's not true.
Okay.
Most of their policies will cover assisted living or dementia care, assisted living.
So you have, you mentioned the rooms are full except one.
One semi-private room.
Okay.
So we have two rooms that are semi-private where you share with another person.
I see.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
that's all that's left right at the moment. But right now we have a short waiting list. So if you want to get your name on a waiting list, that's great too.
Okay. All right. Another little side question outside of what we're talking about here is how'd the Easter egg hunt go? We might have talked about this before, but I think there was a.
The weather was not cooperative.
Oh, that's right. It
guess.
was cold that day, wasn't it?
It was a cold day, but I think from what I hear, I was not there.
Right.
But things went really well. Yeah, I think between Aubrey and Peggy, they did a great job getting everything done. So it went really well.
All right.
I think they still have some eggs to pick up from other business yet.
and your new manager got his feet wet in the egg hunt, right?
No, he got the flu.
Oh,
so
no.
He did not. We've been running the flu around.
Oh.
And so that morning he had the flu.
Oh, gosh.
So he did not get his feet wet.
I bet he hated that.
Yes.
Well, and more than one way.
Yes.
The flu's no fun.
Oh, yeah. So we laughed. Well, that was one way of getting out of it. No.
I'm sure he heard that.
Yes.
Why not? When you have a chance.
Jeanette, I think that I don't believe we've discussed this yet, but I think a couple of days ago we read a live read about looking for some help at Quality Senior Villages.
Yes,
okay.
We are needing some help in the evening and on the weekends. So we're looking for med aids, of course, but we will take CNAs or whatever.
Okay.
So, but we are needing help, as every place is.
Yeah.
But they're desperately waiting for high school to get out.
That will help.
Well,
that will help.
it looked on the information sheet part-time and full-time possibilities, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, yes, both.
I think it's so great that there's kids out there that can help and have the abilities to do that. It takes kind of a little bit of a special person.
It does. And, I'm just amazed when I watch them how, and I remember we had one student who went on to be a PA, so, getting that exposure early in your life and then making a choice what you want to do when you get out of high school.
Yeah.
So many of them want to go on to be RNs or LPNs and, stay in the medical field. So that's what we need.
We do need that
we
in a
do.
big way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that is one area where there's no doubt we want more of these folks to maybe take a look at that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
anything else?
I don't think so. Ashley is doing great. She has the day off, so she's not working today. And Shelley went on vacation.
Oh, wow. So you're
that's
by
why
yourself.
I'm the only one here. So, but those two are the ones who are at this facility more. So if you need to talk to someone, you can talk to either Ashley or Shelley.
Okay.
They're there,
All
or
right.
me. So
Good deal.
when I'm there.
I see your husband's still hauling some hay.
Yeah, been over in the Arnold area.
Has he?
Yeah, this week. So you never know.
You never know where you're going to see Dave.
No.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. We'll be back after these words.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Looking to add some new jewelry to your look? Varney Pharmacy is excited to sell Norel jewelry. It's waterproof, hyperallergenic, tarnish resistant, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. With words like stainless steel, 18-karat gold plated, you're getting a quality item. Sold separately or as a matching set of 3. Head in and lay your eyes on these beautiful necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. It's jewelry made for everyday wear. Swim, shower, sweat, and never lose that shine. Norel Jewelry is at Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens, musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
With the best service to take on the tough jobs day in and day out. Check out the 2025 lineups as you tackle your spring projects with Agland ATV and Broken Bow. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Online at aglandatv.net. Agland ATV, Broken Bow.
If you love pink, they've got it at the Secret Garden, and you save 15% on all items with pink throughout the month of April. Now is the time to prepay for your plants, then pick them up in May. The pink sale includes plants and new inventory. Romans 15 verse 13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." Open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Go west of Myrna on Highway 92 for 2 1/4 miles, then turn north to find the Secret Garden.
8:47 is your time. More things to tell you about, more music to play, more fun to have here on The Breakfast Show. Let's talk a little bit about Stan at the Whiskey Barrel. Well, maybe not so much Stan. Let's just talk about the Whiskey Barrel because it's a spirit shop, and it is located right between Subway and Vet Care, right across the street from Gateway Motors. And right now there's no problem getting to the Whiskey Barrel at all. There's the 2-lane that is on that side of the highway that is taking you through town while the construction continues on the roadways. And if you don't want to take that route, you can come in the back way. There's plenty of ways you can get to the Whiskey Barrel, either right out front or come in on the off street there. And that'll always be the case no matter what the construction is going on out front of the store. But you'll find when you walk in the store, no matter how you get there, you're going to find everyday fair prices. They don't have a big draw type of products to get you in the door, glitzy specials. They don't really believe in that. They just believe in giving you the best deal they can with their everyday low prices. And with a purchase, you get free ice to put on your beverages if you like. And remember that Stan is very adamant about keeping things in the cooler at 28 degrees. So when you put it in the cooler, you're actually warming it up. And you'll get to enjoy a great conversation along with a wide selection of your favorite adult beverages right there at that location.
Job opportunity to let you know about. Nebraska Department of Transportation has a great opportunity to become a highway maintenance worker for their team in Broken Bow and in Ansley. At the NDOT, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment, encouraging creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities available. They supply ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. Now, to apply, you need to go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
10 minutes before the hour. Oh, did you want to do that love test?
I really don't know if I
Let me see if I can find that for you. Well, first, before we get to that.
Yes.
Every relationship has its ups and downs and valleys and peaks.
Oh, sure.
That's just human nature.
Mm-hmm.
But to level that line out, there is a survey.
I love those.
That
a study?
Yeah, it's a study.
Good.
That tells you that a vacation can reignite the spark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if your marriage is in one of those lower points rather than the upper curve, that will justify a vacation. So if you can take a vacation, it will help.
Together, right?
Take a
vacation together.
A separate vacation might do that, but a new study suggests that going on vacation together found out that 8 out of 10 American couples get the good old-fashioned romance going again, get back in the groove. Nearly 2/3 said they feel more connected to their partner after a trip together, including a 45% increase in, I don't know what this stands for, so I'm not going to read it. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, the most romantic vacation activity, I can tell you this. The most romantic activity? Watching the sunset.
Oh, that's nice.
Holding hands, maybe.
Yeah.
Watching the sunset together. So if you're thinking about, I don't know if we'll go on vacation this year, and the spark needs reignited, think about, you don't have to go that far. You could watch the sunset down at Berwyn.
Yeah.
Or, you'll have to travel a long ways to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
A little cabin by a lake somewhere or something like that. But you don't want to do that other survey on
Well, I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't know what it says, so I don't know. That's up to you.
You know how I hate putting you on your island?
Yeah.
I got to find it here. I've got the DNA one. We got that one taken care of. We didn't talk birthdays today.
Not yet, I don't
guess.
think.
Saturday. There's some. Carol Burnett is turning 92 on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Of course, there's, as we all know, man, there's so many channels now that you can access through apps and regular television, whatnot. But, man, I'll come across old episodes of the Carol Burnett show.
It's fun,
and I'll just watch them. Man, oh, man. They were great.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Fun. Oh, also on Saturday, Melania Trump is 55, First Lady, former model, and wife of Donald Trump. I wonder if they need to go on vacation together. Is she in D.C.?
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
I'll just give you the title, and then you can tell me whether you want to. I won't read it if you don't want me to. I won't bring it up.
No, listen, it's up to you. It's your call.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, now you're getting me nervous because you're taking a real long pause.
I'm reading it. I'm rereading it.
As you're looking through the material, and I can see that contemplative look that Dave gets where it's, should I read this or maybe I shouldn't?
Well, science has now identified 4 types of lovers.
Okay.
Australian researchers have now identified 4 categories with varying degrees of spice. They have mild, moderate, spicy, and intense. They found that most of us fall into the moderate category.
Oh, okay.
Defined as unremarkable. And there's some more to that, but I'm not going to. The most intense lover is also the rarest, about 1 in 10.
Oh.
And results in I can't say it, obsessive behavior, and it gets out of hand.
Okay.
That's all I got for you.
All right.
That's not so bad.
No.
It's less embarrassing than reading. I'm doing these eyes songs, so encouraging people to get their eyes checked.
Yeah, that has kind of become your theme today musically, hasn't it? Eyes.
And I don't know how that happened. It just did. But anyway, that little survey wasn't that embarrassing. I kind of left out a few things. But Conway Twitty really bothers me. Because he comes up in the eyes category of songs.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Between blue eyes and jeans. Here's the thing about jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, tight-fitting jeans. All
that was
kinds
a big hit.
It's always.
Yep.
He's just perverse. Here's Jackson Brown.
30 to 4:30 and weekdays 7 to 4. Satisfy your breakfast, lunch, and cravings beyond at Howdy Coffee on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Moline Seed and Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept: to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They continue to meet the demands of all livestock producers, providing watering and fencing products of all kinds, from barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote post pipes, and panels. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call and have their team help you lay out your next project. Call 308-529-0781 or visit them on their web at molineseedandfence.com. Brent and Dave with you here on this Friday morning. Thanks for listening. We do appreciate you each and every day. I know we say that a lot, but we mean it a lot. I'm moving some things around here program-wise. Brent, do you have anything over there that you could talk to our listeners about?
Sure. Here's another job opportunity available for you. This is through Pearson Construction. They are looking for workers for framing and concrete work. They'll be working in Broken Bow and the surrounding communities. Offer benefits such as health insurance, and also a $1,000 hiring bonus is possible. For more information or an application, you can email homerpearson1@gmail.com. Pearson Construction, looking for workers for framing and concrete work.
News is next.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. President Trump draws a line in the sand on a peace plan for Russia and Ukraine. CBS's Michael Wallace.
In an interview with Time magazine, Trump says Ukrainian President Zelensky understands he will have to give up Crimea and that it's been with Russia for a long time. Russia seized Crimea in 2014, 8 years before it invaded Ukraine.
Former New York Congressman George Santos tells CBS News he's resigned to the fact the judge in his fraud trial could impose a stiff sentence next hour. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
The government is asking for over 7 years, but Santos says that he wants to get nothing more than the 2-year minimum in the case.
The Vatican says about 150,000 people have now filed past Pope Francis' coffin ahead of tomorrow's funeral. This woman from the U.S. was among them.
Walking in there, it was so silent, but you could feel how much people really cared about him and how much love there was for this man.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, load, haul, spread. Cutting grass is as simple as roll, click, mow. Box blading is as effortless as hook, lock, grade. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The NBA's best team, Oklahoma City, had the largest halftime deficit overcome to win a playoff game in league history. OKC was down at the break by 26, but still won at Memphis, 114-108. The Knicks won by 2 at Detroit, 118-116. The Clippers cruised past Denver, 117-83. The league's defensive player of the year is Cleveland's Evan Mobley. In the NFL Draft's first round, taken number 1 overall, Cam Ward, University of Miami quarterback. Then Jacksonville traded up to get Travis Hunter of Colorado. Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders has not yet been selected. Rounds 2 and 3 are Friday night, the rest on Saturday. In the NHL playoffs, wins for St. Louis and Minnesota, victories for Florida and for Toronto in overtime. To baseball, the Royals swept a doubleheader from Colorado. Tampa Bay won in 10 innings at Arizona. The A's took the late game with 2 in the 9th to beat Texas 4-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies today with daytime highs approaching 55. Northerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Cloudy again tonight, slight chance of rain showers. Lows level off around 39. Chance for showers tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 55. Cloudy skies expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Custom. That's their gig at Sandhills Custom Creations. From the west side of the square in Broken Bow, they make t-shirts, banners, metal signs, vinyl decals, tumblers, photos, keychains, and so much more. Find Sandhills Custom Creations on Facebook.
Currently 40 and cloudy. Winds 10 to 20 out of the north, so it's not real comfortable out there right now. Very light mist, humidity up 95%. So it's wet out there. That's what we've been wanting, but we'd like a little bit bigger raindrops. Right now it's 40. We did pick up 800s, if you're just tuning in, 800s as of 7 o'clock this morning. And that pales in comparison to what is happening in the east end of the state. My goodness.
Yeah.
Bad. Have you been to the Spur in Dunning?
I have not. No, I don't think I have been.
I haven't been by there for a while. I went up there fishing a while back and stopped in, and they have some really good food there. April 25th, that's this Saturday, you can treat yourself to a homemade chicken fried steak. Homemade. Those are the best kind. Serve with your choice of potato and their fresh salad bar. You do not want to miss this mouth-watering special. Now, the kitchen there stays open till 10 p.m., so you have plenty of time to enjoy. Call or stop in. Call them at 308-538-2251 if you want to make a reservation or ask any questions. And they also have daily lunch specials and evening specials every Saturday. So come hungry and leave happy. The Spur in Dunning, right off Highway 2. Can't miss it. It's right on the highway there. Yeah, they've got some good food there. Nice drive up there. It's beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful in the Sandhills, as you know.
I want to take a moment and tell you about a wonderful assisted living facility here in Broken Bow, and that, of course, is off Broadway, where they offer both assisted and independent living designed to enhance your everyday life. Take advantage right now of their unbeatable move-in special of just $99. I believe that's for the opening month. And a generous referral promotion of $500 could be available as well if you refer someone to Off Broadway. So enjoy the freedom to continue your passions while their dedicated staff takes care of all the cooking and cleaning for you. Their community is fully equipped with all the amenities you need so you can say goodbye to the hassles of things like mowing the lawn or shoveling the snow. They offer a wide range of engaging activities, ensuring that every day is filled with fun and connection. Plus, their friendly staff is always there to brighten your day with a smile. So stop in anytime and see the friendly atmosphere for yourself. They would love to have you through their doors at Off Broadway.
We mentioned it earlier when we were giving away tickets, but there is the Gospel Show Saturday and Sunday in Callaway, the Nebraska Gospel Fest, and that starts at 6 p.m. on Saturday at the Callaway Community Center, featuring Lauren Tolley and many others, including Von Ross, who is a local celebrity who has not been known as a public singer in the community, so I guess he's coming out of the closet. He'll be singing and performing along with many others. And then on Sunday at 10:30, they'll reunite for the festival, and they'll go until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think you mentioned a combined worship service goes along with that for the community.
Yeah, Sunday morning, I think there's kind of a church service that will take place at the community center, and then the afternoon performance will start at 2 o'clock, I believe, on Sunday afternoon.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you very much. We're playing Eyes songs today. Don't really know why, but it's a nice theme. There's a lot of songs about eyes.
A lot, yeah, for sure.
And this one ranks right up there.
In twilight glow I see
Mayo from Fiesta Brava in Broken Bow. Even though it falls on Monday, the normal day off, they're opening their doors to celebrate one of their favorite holidays with you. Enjoy $5.99 20-ounce margaritas all day long, mouth-watering Mexican food, and an unbeatable atmosphere. Start your week with Fiesta Brava. Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. Bring your friends, your appetite, and your party spirit. Make this Cinco de Mayo one to remember. See you at Fiesta Brava in Broken Bow.
Hey, so you're a hardworking individual with no direct deposit. Not a problem. You still deserve free checking. Come visit us at any Nebraska State Bank location in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna. We'll help you choose an account that best suits you and your current needs. No direct deposit needed. You'll even get free online and mobile banking because you deserve it. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
It's graduation season, and Sandhills Custom Creations on the Square in Broken Bow has you covered with personalized gifts. From personalized banners for guests to sign at receptions, to unique apparel, cups, embroidered towels, and more, Chaz can bring your inspiration to life. Don't forget, Mother's Day is coming up soon. Surprise Mom with a one-of-a-kind gift made just for her. Open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4, and Fridays by appointment. Stop by and create something special at Sandhills Custom Creations in Broken Bow.
Hi, this is Andrew Mason. Normally I would say with Pearson PT, but that's no longer the case. We are now Rise Rehab and Performance. As you may have heard, Aaron Nelson and myself took over the clinic at the beginning of the year, and now we are moving forward with a new name. Again, it's Rise Rehab and Performance. Same location, same number, same awesome staff, and the same great care you've come to expect from us. That's Rise Rehab and Performance. Come see us for all your physical therapy needs, 872-5800.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
9:14 is your time. Jeremy Shipe has stepped in the studio. We just played Willie Nelson, and he had an interesting tidbit of information this morning I thought he would like to pass along to our listeners, Brent.
Great.
Is that okay?
Sure.
All right.
Just that Willie put out a new album this morning. So if people want to check that out, it's out there. It's album 154.
Wow.
For Willie.
Good grief.
That's one guy you can never question his work ethic.
No. And he's really been pumping them out here lately. The last few years, he's really been putting out some unique albums. They don't always hit the radio waves, but I think he's actually just doing what he wants to do. You know, at this point.
Yeah, doing his thing. I came across a couple of discussions last night when I was kind of poking through some of his music and discussions, and there was somebody that had posted online in a Reddit group that I'm in that said, I'm just starting to get into Willie Nelson, but I'm overwhelmed with where I should start listening to his music at. And everyone was giving suggestions on what album they should start with and things like that. And I just found that really interesting. You know, how when you're just being introduced to an artist or you want to get to know their work a little bit more, and that artist happens to be Willie Nelson, and you say, okay, now where do I start?
Yeah.
And you've got 154 albums now to choose from.
Well, Brent could probably help us on this, but he really made the crossover with songs like Blue Skies and those songs that he released an album on in I think it would probably be the mid-1970s, and he came out with an album that caught even the young people's attention, and it was traditional songs that he covered and put a little orchestration to it, and he really crossed over then and there at that time, and had some great songs off that album. It was like I was working in a factory at the time with factory workers at Sperry, New Holland, and everybody was going, man, I didn't even think I liked Willie Nelson, but this is really good. And I think that kind of really got him going. But on the countryside, he was always a great songwriter and a popular singer. He was actually, you may or may not know this, but when he was traveling and playing his music and touring in the early years, probably playing clubs and bars and small halls, if he didn't have a gig for a while after the last one, he'd go to the radio station and DJ.
Oh.
And he would hook up and do a little DJing for a few days before he went on to the next place that he was going to play for a little extra cash. And he wrote songs for Patsy Cline, for crying out loud, so he probably knew a lot about different artists and so forth. But yeah,
I came across a list that somebody took the time to rank all 153 of his albums.
Really?
So I was flipping through that as well. I thought it was pretty interesting. His Phases and Stages album came in number 1.
Wow.
1974. It talks about rock acts embracing the concept album and had already been doing that a lot, and that many other different artists got into the game as well. But country LPs were what albums had been originally, a second chance to sell a single or two, and Willie was the exception with that particular album. He just kind of... So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then his number 2 album was Red-Headed Stranger from 1975. So mid to late 70s is big.
He really started showing up big time in that time period. I wonder how many different people he's played with. I had the opportunity to see him up at Crawford, Nebraska, outside, and Billy Joe Shavers opened for him, which is a famous songwriter in his own right. And just I wonder all the different acts and different guest appearances he's made. He's probably played with just about everybody. Of course, he's done a lot with Neil Young, with the Farm Aid, and they still get together every year, and other artists as well. So he's an amazing performer, really. I mean, gosh. And now his sons are really shining too. I think they're carrying on tradition, and I watched a video of him covering. Gosh, I can't remember the song that they covered. It was really good. The two boys played with him, and they sound a little bit like him as well. I think the voice tone. But it'd be hard to live up to Willie, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
he's a legend.
Yeah. He's a genuine one of a kind, and he'll be missed. But he's still going. He's 90-some years old and still touring, still making albums.
Mm-hmm.
That's an inspiration for us old guys.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean.
Maybe I should put out my first album. If I get started now and I do 5 a year for the rest of my life, I can catch up.
You could.
I don't think they'd be nearly as listened to.
Well, it'd be hard to beat Willie's. And Willie's going to put out albums whether people listen to him or not. He just has to make music. And he's been really great. A number of 2 or 3 years ago, I guess now, got a letter saying Willie's willing to send you his new work. Would you like it? Well, of course, check the box. And every time he puts out a new album here the last couple of years, you get one in the mail, a CD, which nobody does that anymore. You don't get any demo CDs at all anymore. So
no,
it's pretty neat.
There's kind of a new movement out there. Well, one band I think may have started a movement. I was telling you about this, Dave, a couple weeks ago, but this band that I enjoy, they came out with an album about a month ago, and they only released 2 songs digitally to streaming platforms and things like that. But then the whole rest of the album was available on CD or vinyl only at local record shops across the nation. And for a month, that was the only way that you could get your hands on that.
That's great.
And they made the top 10 on the rock charts without selling any digital copies at all. And their album sales were through the roof. And the morning after basically 24 hours after they announced the release of the album, which came out of the blue. They had record shops chosen across the nation to have listening parties. And you would go in, and they had one copy of the album, and they'd spin it start to finish, and everyone would listen to it together. And then if you wanted to buy the CD and walk out of there with it, you could. It was just a throwback to decades ago, and it worked well for them.
Boy, that's a great idea. Actually, going back full circle, loved walking into a vinyl record store when that was really all there was. Maybe some CDs were coming along, but I always think of Dusty's Records in Kearney. If anybody in this area went and bought records, Dusty's Records was the place to go, and started out in a little space and went to a little bit bigger space. But you always look forward to going there because whoever was working had the album of their choice playing over the speaker system, and sometimes you'd end up buying what you heard on that turntable, like what you're talking about. And I know that the first Springsteen album that my wife purchased was by suggestion from the guy who was running the store for Dusty at the time and playing it on the turntable. And
see, I always went to
history.
It doesn't exist. They moved to Omaha, but Recycled Sounds in Lincoln was the record shop I always went to when I was in college. It was right next to Knickerbocker's, place where you could go and watch a concert even in the early 2010s for $3, $3 cover, and you go in there. But I would always go an hour early so I could walk through the record store. But I mean, that was even as a kid my age. It was cool to walk around the record store. And same thing, had a record playing. Yeah. It could be any number of things.
Yeah, whatever they felt like playing is what you'd heard. It was kind of neat. And there was something about flipping through the records and you're flipping through the records and listening to what they're playing. And I think a lot of people miss that, and vinyl's made such a comeback. You can do that again. There's a vinyl shop in Kearney again now. And if you go to Denver, you'll find several and pretty large ones. And I think in any metro area, you're going to find some vinyl record shops.
A lot of bands are coming. They release them as digital and vinyl at the same time, but you can get vinyl records of about anything these days again.
You can. It's
great.
I love dropping the needle and hearing a pop or two. And by the way, it's hard to beat the sound of a good vinyl record. There was a lot of records that weren't of the quality they should have been when they were pressing them quick. But if you get quality album, it sounds great. We still do that at home once in a while, drop the needle. And I forgot, though, not doing it for a while and doing it again, how short one side of an album is. The music's playing, and then it's done. What happened? What's the problem? You go in, and the turntable is just sitting there because the album side is over. You're so used to having a steady stream of music nowadays, you can plug into anything and it never stops. So it's good to get a little break, turn it over, clean the record. There's a little ritual to it, and away you go. And this all started with Willie Nelson's what album?
154.
Wow. Well, Brent, we have one more song about eyes to play, and I'm going to let you select it. This is on the countryside, because I don't know all these songs like you do.
Did you guys play Behind Blue Eyes?
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't play that one, did we?
No, don't believe so.
We did play some rock eyes songs, and now we're on the countryside.
So what's the eye connection? I missed that.
Well, Jeremy, it popped up.
What should I have asked?
It's just the theme for today. I heard the Prairie Eye Care ad this morning.
Oh.
I think you did it. It was in your voice, I believe. And it said, we need to let you know that if you're going to get the kids' eyes checked before next school year, make your appointment now, type of thing. Did you write it? You wrote it, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was I just recorded that yesterday. Unless it was a different version. I just recorded that with Dr. Sanger. Was it his voice? We sound very different.
It was his voice.
Okay.
It was you're right.
I don't think I recorded that. Huh?
Yeah, it was Dr. Sanger in his voice, yeah. And he was saying, get the kids in and get your appointment early because otherwise you won't have their eyes checked before school next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we just started talking. Next thing you know, our theme for the day is eyes.
Okay.
And how you need to get a checkup. Not just little kids. Adults, get that yearly checkup. That's how it got started. So here's your choices.
Okay. All right.
Eyes on You, Chase Rice. Conway Twitty, he has to mix eyes with blue jeans. Between Blue Eyes and Jeans. Blake Shelton, My Eyes. Love and Theft, Angel Eyes. Martina McBride's In My Daughter's Eyes. Keith Urban, Brown Eyes, Baby. Merle Haggard, Hungry Eyes. Chris Young, Lonely Eyes. Parmalee, Close Your Eyes.
Is there a Poke My Eye?
I don't see one there, Jeremy. John Michael Montgomery, Angel in My Eyes. Terry Clark, You're Easy on the Eyes.
This is kind of fun.
Yeah. John Conley, In My Eyes.
You still haven't come across the country one I'm thinking of.
All right. Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks together. Oh, gosh. In Another's Eyes. Kenny Chesney, When I Close My Eyes. Jake Worth, Don't Close Your Eyes.
I would
when I close my eyes, don't close your eyes. Next one, close your eyes.
I would just tell him the song that I want him to play, but I'm enjoying this way too much.
That's kind of a cool rundown.
The Restless Heart, The Bluest Eyes in Texas.
That's my choice. That's right there. That was the one I was waiting for you to say.
Christmas Through Your Eyes. We probably won't play that one. Taylor Swift, Eyes Open, Hunger Games. Dierks Bentley, I Want to Make You Close Your Eyes. Oh, you country people. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Keep Your Eyes on Me. Keith Whitley, Don't Close Your Eyes. Zach Brown Band, Goodbye, In Her Eyes. Those are all eyes songs. And you wanted to hear which one?
I wanted to hear Bluest Eyes in Texas, Restless Heart.
Well, if I can find that now.
Yeah, he went away from it.
Oh, there it is.
To come back around.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Whew. I don't know what the theme will be Monday. Well, we don't really know. We just discover it.
Probably a lot of songs about toes or something. I don't know.
Toes?
Another body part. Toes in the sand or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we could just do that. Toes, and then we could move to arms. There's lots of songs about arms.
Hands.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any songs about elbows.
Well, it's not coming to me.
There's probably some, yeah.
Or, there's some about shoulders.
Is there?
I think so.
I know there'll be ones about legs.
Well, yeah.
Or jeans, clothing.
Oh, jeans.
We can always, we could play an hour straight of Conway Twitty songs about blue jeans.
Yeah, and other things around that. Pervert.
I'm going to my island.
Well, we'll just do body parts next week.
Okay, great.
We'll find out.
If you let me know the schedule, I'll work up a graphic so we can get this properly promoted.
Oh, my.
So we've covered eyes.
Okay.
And then we'll go for the rest. There's got to be a lot about ears.
Yeah. Whisper in my ear or whatever.
Yeah. Tickle my ear.
And nibble my ear.
Oh, we could go on and on. We better stop. Lips is going to be a big one.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be a big.
For sure.
That might take 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know about knees. Kneel, maybe on your knees, but elbows, fingers,
eyebrow,
livers,
stomach,
heart,
small intestine.
If you go heart, that would take a week.
Oh yeah, heart would be a big one. Gallbladder.
Oh my gracious!
Yeah, there's a lot of potential songs in body parts.
There are
that haven't been covered yet. Appendix.
Could be. There's probably an obscure one out there.
Might be.
Yeah. Well, you could probably help us find them, Jeremy.
Yeah, I could find it, yeah.
All right, so it's the bluest eyes in Texas, concluding our eyes theme for this Friday. Have a great day, everybody.
That lonesome Texas sun was setting.
I think we're still on Facebook. I want to make sure everybody gets a picture of Dave. There you go. Go to Facebook. Look at Dave and the way he's put his headphones on.
I think I blew a headphone.
Did Jeremy get to see that? Jeremy would get a kick out of that. Dave was trying to put his headphones on, and my gracious, what in the world did you do?
It's twisted. I don't know. There's no way to end a week.
But it does, in a way, seem like a proper way to end the show.
It really does. We'll talk to you folks on Monday.
Have a good weekend.